Hi everybody, how is everybody doing today? So I have been busy. I've been extremely busy. I'm coming on today to do a bit of a project share. This might not be put up till a couple of weeks because the lady who I'm giving it to, I'm waiting for her to come back off her holidays for me to give it to her. But I wanted to film it before I gave it to her, so she sort of knows. So what I've made her, firstly I have made her a birthday card because it was her birthday. So big happy birthday to my darling, and she knows who she is. So this is for the lovely Marcia, and you got to ignore my phone a second. I do apologize, I knocked it off. Happy birthday, Marcia, my darling. I made you a beautiful card and I've made you a little something to go with it. So there's the card first of all, and this is what I've been busy doing. It is a loaded, pocket loaded envelope full of like craft items that she can use, that she can pick up, that she can do whatever she wants to do. Now as I'm unloading it, I'm not going to load it back in on film, of course I won't, because it'll take a little bit too long, but I'm just going to give you the outer feel of what it looks like. So the bottom, I do apologize for the noise, the bottom is a like a little crackled heart. I'm going to zoom in there. Oh, I'm going to knock my phone off now because it's driving me nuts. There. So you can see it there, the heart, and it's all crackle glazed, and I literally went to town with crackle glazed and I put it on real good and thick, and it has done its job. It's proper crackled, and it's made me think about how I use my my glossy accent, my crackle accent, because usually I tend to put on a little bit and then wonder why it hasn't crackled. Well, with this I actually put loads on and I left it to dry overnight and it real crackled properly. I don't know whether you can see that or whether the light is bouncing off it. And then a gorgeous cluster of flowers. These flowers I had off the lovely Dee Dee. Hi Dee Dee. These pearl diamante, what would you call them, strands, I had off the lovely Angie. Hi Angie. And everything else I put in a cluster. So this is the front, this is the back. I was going for Santaro, is it called Santaro? And I made these like 3D butterflies. It's super cute. There's one on the bottom and one on the top. I didn't want to put too much on the back because I wanted you to be able to see the picture. And the things inside aren't things, some of the things I've made, some of them I've obviously bought. So I'm going to go from top to bottom. So from the top we have, and it's proper jams, we have, I made these fairy tags. They're on Pinterest and I doubled, let me undo it and you'll see the picture. Put some gorgeous trim that she can use and literally just doubled them over, and I've left it blank at the top because she may want to punch it, she may not want to punch it, she may want to just leave it. So those are my little fairy tags, and I've got two of these, one with obviously this trim that you've just seen me unravel, and then the other one's got something else on, but they're both very similar in patterns. Then on the top, I'm just going to pull this out, is one of those what they call glycerine bags, is that what they call them? Now some of this is from the lovely kit that I bought off Marlou. This is why Marlou, I haven't been able to put a video up, because some of your items are actually in this loaded envelope. So I've used the Santaro pictures again, used my newest die, which I absolutely am in love with. The glycerine bag, I think that's what you call them, I covered with a paper doily to all the way around, and I've actually raised this so it actually looks as if it's popping up. And then in the back there are gemstones, There is dies and die cuts I've cut out. There is some tags that she can play with to put on cards, all fairy-fied because Marcia loves fairies. And I've actually cut some out in not acetate, what's it called? Oh, not acetate. I was using it last night. What was it called? What's it called? What's it called? What's it called? Colette, what's it called? This stuff. Vellum. I was cutting it out on vellum. So there's loads in there. And I have put the opening up the top, as always. So, but trust me, there are loads in there. And I'm sorry for the glare, guys. I have tried my hardest not to set the camera up so it doesn't glare, but it's jam-packed full of all different things in there. So there's that. Then in this little envelope, I bought these envelopes a while ago. Now I can't remember whether I bought them in the range or whether I bought them in my local craft shop. And this had I didn't want to do nothing much to these because she might decide whether to decorate it herself. So in this one, I've actually popped some centers in, and then I've cut some petals out and I've burnished them ready for her to go. Get go, and I've burnished them ready, and there's tons in there so she can make her own flower. There's a pink one and there's a brown one, so she can build her own flower and make her own flower. So I've got some petals in there. There's actually more at the bottom as well, and there's her centers. Like I say, I'm going to pack all this back up later. I just wanted to film it and show you guys what I've been up to. So there's that. Then on the back, I'm going to give this a good tug. You can clearly see it's a pink glycerine bag. I actually had to shorten the bag a bit, I think. I can't remember. I had to shorten it. I had to bring it in sideways because it wouldn't fit in the back of the envelope. So there's the back glycerine bag. Then there's this there's two of these napkins. Then there's this Paris one, which I adore. I know she will. There's a full pack of purple paper doilies. There's 30 in there for her to really dig her claws into. So that's what's in the back. Then in there's 3 pockets. In the middle pocket we have another one of these tags, but this time with some what they call it, crochet trim wrapped around it, and very similar to the first one I showed you. There's, like I say, some of the stuff has come from a kit I bought off Marlou. So Marlou, this is the reason why I haven't been able to film. So there's some of this eyelash trim. I think she put this in the tea pocket. You'll find now, as I'm unwrapping it, you'll find the little teapot kit inside it somewhere. There's the little teapot for her to decorate. You can even put that on a Christmas tree this year. I made an actual flower with beads, and it reminded me very much of like fairy-fied. So I'm going to give her that. And all these are actually sewn. All these are actually sewn. So I made one of those flowers. A bit like a 3D, something you would find in... Anyway, I quite like the idea of it, thinking of it as a fairy-fied flower. And this one, again, there's all like little bits and pieces that you can use on cards, especially for you on your special day. Like all fairy-fied things that she can unpick and use at her own leisure on her cards. In this little bag, I wouldn't do it, but in this little bag is some wedding appliques. To give you an example of the kind of things that are in that bag, it'd be these, and all I've done is just rolled it up. I made a little bag and put a little heart, MDF heart thing on there for her to decorate. So she's got some wedding appliques in this bag too. So that's, oh, and one more thing, there's this one as well, edge scuffer. She really fell in love with using mine. She used mine in group and she fell in love with it, so I thought I'd put one in and then she could use it in her own leisure. Then on the third pocket we have a stamp. It's a me to you stamp, so if I hold it that way you should see the me to you. I really apologise for the glare. Let me see if I can zoom it a bit more. Why wouldn't that? Come on. There. You can just about see him. I do apologise. So there's the stamp there. There is some organza ribbon, again from Marlou's kit. I'm going to come to these envelopes in a second. There's a huge paper clip in that one. There is all these, and I've added to this as well. Now all these were in Marlou's teapot kit. I've added some beads to it as well, and I've just left what was in there. And this is the reason why I haven't been able to show it. So there's some in there that I've added. There was this little trim that was in Marlou's teapot kit that I bought off. I haven't snipped any off, I've left it as it is. And I just love the fact there's tiny little hearts that she can play about with and use. Then there's 2 envelopes, and then that would be the end of the pocket then. So in this envelope, Angie Paisley made me these envelopes. She was playing about with one night and I said, Angie, could you send me a few? And she did. So in this one I've put 3 images I've done on fabric, using Mod Podge and Glossy Accent, and that one come out beautiful. And there's that one is, oh come on, I can't think of his name, Benjamin Bunny. See, there's that image, and then there's that tiny, looks really old but effective. So there's that one in that one. So what's in that envelope, and they're made out of Tilda paper, which matches in perfectly with the envelope. In this one we have a tea bag, and then in the tea bag there's tiny little, I mean tiny little, there's hearts and there's butterflies, and there's just things for her to sort of pick up and use. There's like little mushrooms. Like I say, with this loaded envelope I wanted it to be more of little snippets of things that she could use in her crafting. So this is what I've made her. I'm hoping she's gonna love it. As you can see, I've fitted quite a lot in a 3-pocket envelope. I have fitted quite a lot in, but I was going to do a pocket on the back, and then I thought, no, I won't, because I wanted to see the image on that back. So yeah, there is my, and as you can see, loads of goodies. So there's my loaded envelope for the lovely Marcia, and I hope Marcia loves everything I've sent her. And I will catch up with you all in my next video. Take care, have a lovely rest of the week, and I will catch up with you then. Bye for now.